Yo, what up, good morning, GMG, and Wednesday, April 16th, 2025, look at that, another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler the Boomer, Mando. Good morning, lads, how you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am also doing great. Just great, not fantastic, because I'm not in Portugal for like 36 hours. But I'll be fantastic again on Friday, you know? Fantastic is a term only to be used if you're in Portugal, you know? That's what I've come down to. You know, I left for like today to the airport, Mando, and I felt sad. I felt like I was leaving home. Even though I'm going back. You're leaving.
Going to cold Paris.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you know what? It's warm. It's just gray. But, you know, that's just how it is here. Tyler! Big 40 Tyler! How was your birthday yesterday? How you doing?
Yeah, birthday was great. Went out to dinner with the fam, a lot of good family time. Got a lot of messages from the FOMO Hour community, from CT. So I just want to thank everyone. That was fantastic to see. Appreciate all the love. And I got to let you know, all this Portugal talk, I'm getting served Portugal ads now on Instagram.
Oh, wow.
Telling me the golden visa, telling me the tax benefits if I
Yeah, the golden visa ads.
My ad campaign is working then.
Hey, listen, Mando for sure is getting paid in the back. We're convinced. The boys are convinced that Mando's getting a kickback from Visit Portugal. But you know, €500,000 is all it takes, baby. You get an EU passport, and then you get to live a good life, Tyler. You know, it ain't much, but it's honest work, you know? So there's that. Yeah, listen, what I thought was funny yesterday, Tyler, is I go on your page, and like, this guy wishes the Moonbirds a happy birthday on his birthday. I thought that was like the most comical thing ever. So yeah, we had to do what we did. I thought it was funny. I go on Tyler's page, like, yo, I thought maybe you'd write a message, it's my birthday, whatever. But Tyler's like, oh, happy birthday, Kevin Rose and Moonbirds, my favorite trading day ever. Take us back 3 years ago. It was your birthday.
Yes.
And Moonbirds dropped. Did you just drop everything for that?
It was April 15th, 2022. I was deep in the NFT trading streets at that point in time. So this was pre-other side. So the bubble was still expanding. I knew it was going to be big. I convinced my wife for my birthday to give me like 2 or 3 hours in the morning that day to just be locked in. I was actually in a voice chat with some of the boys. One of the very few times did live trading via voice app. It's just sniping these mid-tier Moonbirds at launch. 5x the bag in 2 weeks, but as I always did back then, refused to sell because I thought they were going to go to 100th and 40th was not enough. So it didn't end up being the best trade overall, but it was still one of the more fun trading days.
Yeah.
I've experienced.
I remember the Moonbirds launch. I was actually at Coachella. We were talking about Coachella yesterday. And it's the 1 year I was in LA for like a month after NFT LA. I just stayed out there. Because at the time we had a bunch of stuff going on in LA, like on the Rogue Radio side. And actually Guys Galaxy and I were like, yo, should we go to Coachella? Nah, fuck it, we can't get tickets. Last minute, I think it was like Harry Styles' manager gets me like 2 artist bands. Because back then, you know, we were cool, right? In the NFT world, like any artist would throw badges at us because, you know, they all liked NFTs, you know. That's back in the days when I was like really the coolest shit. And then we went, and then we missed the Moonbirds mint. And then ended up buying Moonbirds at 30 ETH each at the top, holding them. And then at some point during the bear, I said that's enough and took my losses. So that's my Moonbird story. Mando, where were you when the Moonbirds minted?
I'm trying to remember. I think I
You were in London, I think.
Just come to Portugal actually at the time.
Really?
Yeah, it was early Portugal days. Yeah, I think I'd moved like a month before.
Damn, you were early to Portugal. You took the trade once again before everyone.
Yeah.
That's a smart move. That's a smart move. That's actually a very smart move. Love to say. Anyways, today on the show, today, market report, up and down, the usual tariff boring bullshit that we're gonna go through probably for the next year. You know, we dumped this morning EU time, by the way, and then we pumped a little bit on the premise of Xi saying that if they respect us, then we may turn to the table. Like we're at this stage, it's just getting a little confusing. One thing's for sure is that Farcoin keeps on going, and the market downtrends is driving me insane. I just want a mega dip, please. And then Tyler's top 100. I'm sure he's got a bunch of things to cover with us. And then giveaway. Yesterday was fun, huh? It was a little messy, but it was fun. And if you check the pinned tweet, maybe Sam's or intern, if you can pin the tweet that we just put out, last little bug fixes, etc. on the raffle board. Though it was you motherfuckers making mistakes, but it's okay. It's okay. We fixed a few things so that we can make it more seamless and easier for people to enter the raffle. So remember, yeet.com, and you have to sign up using our affiliate code FOMO Hour, and you'll have a chance to win. Shout out to Sunny Days yesterday. That was a fun clip that we ended up posting. I love that she kept on going. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect is the connectivity network shaping the future of on-chain UX. If you've connected to Web3 app, using Wallet Connect, that blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto, as recognizable as Visa as checkout. Want to learn more? Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. But also, if you want, just check out yesterday's interview with Pedro Gomez, director of Wallet Connect. It was actually a very interesting interview, and I really liked having him, as he's a great partner of ours. Anyways, Mando, let's see what you got for us today.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
GM, everyone. Yeah, so I said it was going to be a low volatility rally yesterday. That did not happen. We had a little bit of a dip overnight. Not by a huge amount, by about 2% on Bitcoin. But that did take out quite a lot of alts. Again, Bitcoin dominance higher, just on a one-way train at the moment. Very, very difficult thing to get in front of. 64% now, just above for dominance. In terms of what actually was said, it was kind of a bit of rhetoric from the EU, basically saying we're not close to a deal. Then a bit of rhetoric from the US saying, hey, China, it's on them to come to make a deal. And then China basically putting out some less bearish talk overnight. So we've had a little bit of a bounce. There is going to be it looks like more stringent export controls on some of the chips that Nvidia makes, which is pretty important. These are some of the actually they're lower level chips, but they have been repurposed and used pretty well by some of the Chinese AI companies. It looks like there's going to be restrictions on those too. So Nvidia stock was kind of in focus. And that kind of took us a little bit lower. But yeah, Bitcoin's just hanging out at 84K here. Feels a lot more solid than the rest of the altcoin space. It still feels quiet though. Like this is the few days before Easter. Most people start taking it off from around now. So I don't know. CT feels really quiet to me too. I don't know if you guys feel that, but definitely doesn't feel like it has as it has been like more previously. We had some comments yesterday from Bo Hines again that they may use tariff revenue to buy Bitcoin. I think there's a low probability of that still, and I don't think Bo Hines is like necessarily the shot caller for that sort of stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't take that like unbelievably seriously, but he did indicate.
Well, he's not the shot caller, but he's very, very like, because we usually get comments from Bo and David Sachs, so it's really him and David. So he doesn't call a shot, but he's very like he's tapped in. You know what I mean?
He's tapped in, but I just don't know if tariff revenue will be used to buy crypto. That's just I just don't think that's necessarily a call from him.
Well, why don't we just let this headline run?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. There was in terms of broader crypto, gold up another 3%. In broader macro, sorry, gold is up another 3%, hit above 3,300 today. That one is just on a one-way train. Bitcoin didn't follow suit yesterday, which is not a good sign. But it also is having very, very little correlation to the stocks right now. So we are just going sideways.
Yeah.
Altcoin feels strong. That's kind of it. That's the whole market.
It's killing me, man. I want more. And like, I wake up this morning, I see red, and I was like, fuck yeah. I'll just move some more Solana to Farcoin. And the thing is up. Because this one wallet bought like, did you see that? Like, there was like, had 10 million USDC in it. And this morning, it had $7.5 million worth of Farcoin in it. So, like, there's like whales just buying like $7.5 million clips. There's more liquidity on it than Pepe now, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering if it's concerning actually that a whale just clipped in 10 million bucks yesterday, and we're still kind of just chopping around this level. There seems to be a strong bid at 80 cents right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a strong coin. Anyways, all right. Well, look, there's not much going on the macro side. I guess it's all going to be tariff storm stations for the time being until Xi Jinping and Donald Trump figure the shit out. So we'll wait for that time to happen. I just can't wait for the headline. Can you guys imagine? Like, they come to an agreement. The other agreement, headline on Macrominder was that Trump is ready to slap them with 245% tariffs, right? I think that was it.
Yeah, there was some of that, but that's just the rhetoric stuff that I think is going to be just slightly ignored during this whole process here.
Okay.
Like, there's been some not great rhetoric that would have taken us down a lot more last week, and it's not. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think that was one of my takeaways. Right, is like a couple weeks ago, any negative tariff headline, we're just dropping a few percent. And now, like, it's starting to feel like it's not moving the needle as much, at least for Bitcoin, some of the other majors. So the negative news isn't impacting as much as it was.
Yeah,
I think you can maybe find some hopium in there.
I have my female quant, my favorite, LH. She was saying that Powell is speaking today at 11:30 a.m. ET on inflation and markets. Is that right?
Yeah, he is speaking today. That's actually one of the only volatile bits of the week. We had retail sales came out today, but they were kind of a bit of a non-event. They showed some strength in the US economy. We had some China data overnight, which also showed some slightly stronger data. So I don't know if Powell's really going to rock the boat here. I think he'll probably just say, look, we have to wait and see. When people talk about like global easing or money supply going up, I don't think many people are predicting it to come from the US, at least not in the next couple of months.
Okay. We'll see where that takes us later today. So it's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for all the macro experts, meaning every single listener of ours. If you listen to the show, you're macro experts. So 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right between the end of the show and the start of Rect Radio, you'll be able to catch Powell. And they're probably going to talk about his comments later on that show as well. Anyways, Tyler, let's see what you got for us today.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis, Tyler D on FOMO hour cause the kid can't miss.
Ready to patch the barriers. Yeah, crypto majors are red this morning as the U.S.-China trade war escalates here. Bitcoin down 2%, 84K. ETH down 4%, sold down 5%. Mantra was one of the big alt movers. It did rebound 25% yesterday after their founder went on CoffeeZilla and talked about some OTC token sales. In other headlines, the Trump team is reportedly planning a crypto monopoly game coming this month. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Hackers stole $5 million in ZK tokens from ZK Sync by exploiting a compromised admin account. This Janover company, the MicroStrategy of Solana, has acquired $21 million in SOL already as they start to build out their SOL reserve. Semler Scientific, another company here, they are doing a $500 million securities offering to add to their Bitcoin holdings. So more moves from big companies. Tether is investing in a crypto payments app called Phison, their third major deal of the year as they continue to invest. Movement Labs, some news here. They are conducting a third-party investigation into their market maker tied to movements in that Move token. This is following Binance's removal of one of their partners for misconduct. Their co-founder, Movement Labs co-founder Rushi Manchi, has also taken a temporary leave tied to this. So there's a little bit of smoke coming from that situation. And then Oklahoma, their strategic Bitcoin reserve bill failed to pass. I believe that's the 7th state now, which has failed to pass their Bitcoin bill. In token and protocol news, Kaido announced a change to Kaido Connect, where users can now assign yaps and or staked Kaido to projects instead of votes to boost their mind share. So a little bit of a pay-to-play mechanism now happening over on Kaido. I think some mixed reactions to that. Wolf Games Solana relaunch to spark some backlash, prompting the CEO to resign, the Sol token liquidity to be pulled, and now talks of a potential CTO. The Towns protocol announced its Towns token is coming in Q2. That is a Discord-like product, as I understand it. And then just in this morning, Radium, they launched their new token launchpad. It's called Launchlab. With custom token creation features, you can adjust token supply, vesting cliffs, a creator fee share, and more. And we've already seen some tokens launch and hit a few $1 million over there. So we'll see if they can take a dent out of Pump Fund.
All right. So I think we start there, right? I think that's kind of the bigger, like, I guess, culture news or something relevant to the show. So tell me more. But so remember we had this market for Myriad back then, right? Whether or not it was going to come.
I lost on this market.
Because that's because the founder at the time himself said he was going to drop it before April 2nd. And I guess the market did take a big shit at the beginning of the month, so it does make sense. But tell me more, because for me, you guys know on the show, I'm always really like skeptical about pump fund competitors for the reason, like, even Deck Screener, I'm not gonna say they failed at it, but nobody really buys on Moonshot. But I don't want to call it failure. Like, it's not really popular, let's say. The Ethereum ones, any other chain ones, don't mean to throw shade, but they just haven't picked up as much as Pump Fund. Not even 100th. So do you guys, let's have this conversation, because Mando, you had a big Radium bag at some point. You were writing about Radium a lot, etc. But Tyler, first, like, what do you think about this? Like, what do you think about Launchlab? What's different? Do you think it's going to stick?
Yeah, so let's talk about what it is first. So
Yeah.
Radium's new launchpad, it's called Launchlab. Tokens migrate once they hit 85 SOL directly to Radium AMMs. They have some custom token launch features, including cliffs, burning, token supply, and more, along with the 10% creator fees. If you go onto their site, you can actually see it is a pretty clean UI. And as a token launcher or a dev, you can easily adjust, again, that token supply 1 billion to 10 billion. You can adjust the bonding curve. You can adjust the pool migration percentages, and then vesting is another key component, right? I think that's one of the biggest community feedback items against Pump Fund is that there was no token locks. So that is now being adjusted here in this new Launchlab. From a look and feel perspective, it looks very similar to the Pump Fund interface. And I think the question is, are they going to be able to steal users, right? Are people actually going to use Launchlab, or does Pump Fund have a big enough moat, or just, built-in user base that they're not going to switch over? I think my read is people are going to trade the hot tokens wherever they're at right now. And if Radium is able to create some momentum here in the early days, they'll get some folks trading over on there.
Hey, you looking at the screen, Mando? You looking at the screen?
Now.
I don't think he's looking at the screen. Are we
Epic 2?
Are we launching Epic 2 on Launchlab? Are you no, I think you've had your fair.
Click on the Launchlab. Go back. So I want you to see it.
No, I'm not clicking on launch button, dude.
No, don't launch it. Just click the Launchlab. So now you can, if you go to advanced options at the bottom and edit those. Yeah, now you can see how you can adjust it.
Oh, I like that. Okay, guys, they actually so for once someone's trying to do a derivative, a Pump Fund competitor, but actually with a little like some good good product here. It looks like. I like that you can change the supply. So you can pick how much SOL is raised. You can pick the bonding curve, the vesting. Very interesting. That's interesting, Tyler. Okay, because before the show you did say like, hey, like there's already a couple of tokens that made it to the million or whatever. So do you think this has staying power? Because Radium is not just some random competitor, right? Radium's legit.
It's a tough one, right? I mean, Moonshot was the deck screener version of this, right? And they really didn't generate a whole lot of success. So I think it is certainly an uphill battle. I mean, I think if there is a team that could pull it off, I mean, Radium would be one of the very few with how they're positioned with their own liquidity pools and AMMs, right? And I do think that they have some nice product features here with these customizations. And I think that is an upgrade over Pump Fund. I don't know if it's hard for Pump Fund to just kind of mirror those features, though.
Right.
right? And just plug them in. I mean, they need to do that. It's kind of egregious they don't have the vesting yet. I think that's been pretty much universally the biggest criticism of the pump fund launches over the last 6 months. Teams just want more control over their token, and rightfully so. If you want real teams to use your token to launch, use your Launchpad to launch their token, that they need more control over it. I think that's very fair. That's a big feature. So if some real teams come out and start using this, then yes. But I think the early weeks are very important. Like they need to have some success, and they need to have it soon, or people are just going to forget about this. I see this time token now up to 4 million. 4 million used to be like, yeah, okay, we get this once every 15 minutes during the peak meme bull.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's probably the top mover in the last 24 hours. It's rare for us to get we're seeing a couple tokens a week get to 10 million now. So at 4 million, if that one keeps going, that's going to spread some attention. I think that's the only one that's crossed the $1 million mark so far. From a trading standpoint, I think people will try to go after those first tokens. I don't really buy that narrative. The whole first tokens on pump fund didn't really ever do anything. You had like the whole archaeologist group who's going to go after those every, once a month, once a quarter, and they'll briefly pump.
Yeah.
But so there's still going to be good memes at the end of the day, right? So you can't artificially pump this stuff for that long unless you're really just going to.
I think I also feel like a big part of the people buy tokens that end in pump because it's the ticker, the address CA, and it's become kind of like a thing. Remember, like back then, it's become a thing to buy a token that ends in pump because I'm not saying that's the case, but you assume that it was a fair launch because pump fund is meant to be a fair launch. Obviously, like you've seen many people like insiders kind of accumulate, launch and separate the wallets, etc. But I'm just saying it is assumed that that's kind of also the brand of it. So not only do you have to uphill battle on the popularity and everything, but also on the brand value and the brand equity that pump fund is built for itself. So the ticker pump at the end, I think, plays a huge play into that.
It does.
I don't personally care, but sometimes I do. Like I check. I'm like, oh, it was launched on pump, then I'm assuming it launched through this bonding curve. But it could be bundled, sniped, all that bullshit. I don't really, I don't know. Is that still the case in the trenches? I don't know.
I mean, I effectively bought a honeypot on Solana last year because I didn't get the right address and checked I had the right contract address. So there is value in that. And now if you are trading these new Launchlab tokens, you're not going to know right off the bat, is 30% locked in a vest. If you see it's trading at 10 cents, you don't necessarily know the market cap. You're going to have to check the token supply. So there is a little bit more diligence that will go into this because of the customization.
Okay.
We'll see. Looks like fuck pump funds about to hit 1 million. So
yeah, I mean, you're gonna have these daily runners right now for that one. I mean, Mando, what do you think? I mean, you've studied Radium a lot, back in the days, and then of course like that really hurt it, the whole AMM and everything, and now that they have Launchlab, do you think this product can stick?
I like Radium. I like those guys. I think it has surprised me throughout the whole cycle that there hasn't really been a competitor to Pump Fund, right? You would have assumed by a company that is literally just making hundreds of millions of dollars, there would be someone else who actually had like a reasonable challenge. I would say Radium's probably one of the most obvious to try.
Yeah, it looks like I mean, Shiv here's friend, but it looks like a lot of people are starting threading on it. Saying that could be one of them. So customized bonding curves, instant liquidity, broad distribution. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, you guys are right. I mean, Radium for the longest time was kind of the house, right? It was the main liquidity. It was the only liquidity pool provider for Pump Fund for the longest time. So, I guess I agree with you both. Like, if anything, Radium is the one that can try. Sounds like consensus on here. So we'll see what happens. Let us know what you guys think. I'm really curious for the listeners. Let us know in the comments under the spaces or in general. Just tag us FOMO Hour. Let us know what you think. I'm curious to see what people think about that. What's up, Tyler?
Part of the conversation is it's like, where are we at in the meme cycle? I mean, I think both of you traded memes a bit during the last when they were hot, right? My gut read is you're not really trading much these days, right? So
At all.
it's still a pretty cool meme, part of the meme cycle. And granted, you're both pretty busy right now.
Yeah, but I always make time for. I always bought a little meme here and there. No, I have no. Last time I tried to buy a meme, it went down 50%. It was please. And then I cooked that Farcoin trade not long ago. I bought like 300. Well, I got at 400 mil, 400. But I'm just trading the existing memes. Like I'd rather trade Farcoin volatility up and down than trade some random meme. But obviously being on the move doesn't help. And I know Mando just launched sheet, but for you, like out of us three, I mean, you're the one that's more tapped into the trenches. Are you buying it? Like you bought house recently. You bought a few, but I don't see you even really in and out of memes a lot.
I buy 1 to 2 a week. I feel like there's 1 or 2 like obvious spots per week right now.
Yeah, but that's low because you were doing that per day.
Yeah, I mean, there was at the peak I was probably 5 to 10 per day. Maybe I was playing a little too loose, but I think that is like this is not the time to be locking in, staring at your screen for 12 hours a day trying to find daily runners. I mean, maybe Cupsy is doing that and a few others, right? But like for the more casual participant, like this is not the market for that.
All my friends that were trying to catch daily runners and tail Frank D gods, they are all back to their jobs. They're all back to like they stopped texting me. Oh yeah, brother. George is probably listening to the show. He knows. But what he did is it's smart. He actually, instead of chasing fucking memes, he bought the dip on Bitcoin with however money he could every dip. Like from 74K and up, he just kept buying Bitcoin instead. That's all he did. Nothing else. Not even Solar ETH. Literally just Bitcoin. And I think that's the best thing he could have done. And I think that's I have a normie friend that texted me when Solana went to 1,500 and Bitcoin was 74K last week saying, should I be selling? Like, brother, you should be buying. Because he actually has quite a bit of money himself. And I think a lot of normies this time actually caught it because we talked about this yesterday, Tyler, right? Bitcoin's getting more adopted and accepted. And I think people are more inclined to buying Bitcoin than buying just meme coins. Speaking of meme coins, Trump, I don't know if you guys saw that. I saw the dev pulled out some liquidity or something on the day was that right? Or am I hold on.
I didn't see that.
They got an unlock.
Right? They did the unlock. There you go. So look, I'm gonna share the screen. I would like for someone to verify, but here it was this: Trump dev pulls 4.6 million USDC from liquidity pool, then bridges to Ethereum and buys $4.6 million worth of ETH. I guess that's the only bullish narrative Ethereum's got for it right now.
When did that tweet come out? This happened 11 hours ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was this morning, 9:48 a.m. my time. It's now 4 p.m. So it was like 6 p.m. 3 a.m. Eastern when that happened, Tyler. If the reporting is right. But oh yeah, it's look on chain. There you go. Here, on chain. You can't really it deposited it. Yeah, so it bought ETH, then it deposited the ETH to Coinbase.
Yeah. I mean the token's up 3% today. So the market kind of has shaken it off to a degree. It's a weird move. I mean, it's going to make people a little jittery ahead of the Friday unlocks. So like that's the big story for this token is you have your first unlock event happening on Friday, $300 million in potential sell pressure.
Yeah.
It's the first big test. We talked a little bit about it on Underexposed. Like, are they going to be able to pull out a way to pump into this unlock? If they do, I think you might actually be able to find some buyers. There's been no buyers of this thing for.
I think they're going to buy ETH clearly. Bullish ETH.
Wild card. The wild card might with my tinfoil hat on. Tinfoil hat time, folks. We just got this story that they're going to launch this Monopoly crypto game, which is if it's absurd on the headlines, but of course it honestly just feels so in line with everything that Trump has launched over the last couple of years. He's done the NFTs, he's done the memes. So launching a Monopoly style game feels right, right in their wheelhouse, to say the least.
I love it. I love that. I love
they incorporate the Trump token. Like, what if you have to buy properties using Trump coin as a potential sink? I don't know.
That would be great.
The odds are low, but it would be interesting timing, right? Right after the first unlock to announce something like that.
Eric Trump is speaking in Dubai, a token.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys saw that. Because usually it's either like the Zach Chase or the other Zach, the conferences, but Eric Trump's coming to Dubai for Token 2049. I'm curious. I'm gonna make sure I go to that talk, but it's probably gonna be packed. But that's why it's going. So Trump's latest crypto venture will be a real estate video game. Hell yeah, gaming NFTs, Web3 gaming. There you go. Hey, Mando, this is the bullish catalyst that Web3 gaming needs.
I know we needed the Trumps involved, didn't we?
That's a banger of a tweet. I'm gonna show quote tweet Tyler instead. Web3 gaming is so back. There you go. There, that was sorry, that was a banger. I had to tweet that out. Anyway, so there's that.
You can tweet Trump Monopoly NFTs.
Trump Monopoly NFTs, yeah. And the other thing I saw, sorry, I want to go back to your top page, but there's just a lot also I picked up on. Tiffany Fong. Yes, Wall Street Journal. And Amanda, you didn't see that one, did you?
Was that actually true, or was that a troll?
I don't know. It looks like crypto has fully penetrated the mainstream audience here. It looks like Elon Musk asked Tiffany Fong to be one of his baby mamas, and she respectfully declined because she wants to have, like most people, like a proper nuclear family. And yeah, it looks like, it looks like that didn't work it out. I mean, and then the reason I'm bringing it up because Polymarket had the thing on it, and then Vitalik replied, and Polymarket said that she was in on it. Did you guys see that?
Oh, I didn't know she was in on it. Polymarket is going a weird direction with some of these lines. I kind of agree with Vitalik. Like, do we need a line on Tiffany Fong getting pregnant?
It looks like she was like literally. They say here. The reason why I'm bringing it up because it's relevant to Ethan and everything we're talking about. So they had this on February 17th, right? Rumors are swirling that Tiffany Fong is pregnant. Well, she denied the rumors. There's an ongoing speculation she may secretly be dating Kanye West or Elon Musk. Do you think a baby's coming? And 11 hours ago, Vitalik goes, for what it's worth, I personally think this is tasteless and violation of a person's privacy and dignity. But then Polymarket replies, she was in on it. I'll accept a 30x long ETH with the entire foundation budget as an apology. Cheers and retardio. So they're saying she was in on the line. So it's not that much of a privacy if they asked her, right?
Yeah, I mean, if she's on board with it, who are we to be talking about? The resolution source will be statements from Tiffany Fong or her representatives.
So is that resolved then? Has she, she hasn't talked about this today. It happened my morning.
I mean, I don't think it's resolved yet. It won't resolve till June 30th unless she is officially pregnant, and it doesn't seem like she is pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know. No, she's not. She's definitely not.
What the funny twist is that I saw, again, this could just be speculation. She's one of those creators that Elon cooks the books for her payments. So she got a 21K.
Not anymore. Not anymore. She unfollowed. That's the thing. What I'm trying to say is he unfollowed her a few months ago, and then her things got slashed.
Yeah. She lost some income there.
I don't know, man.
She's asking Ashley St. Clair for advice. This is just very messy.
So that's the thing. Apparently, she asked Ashley St. Clair for advice, and Elon was really pissed off that she shared about it, and then he unfollowed her and then slashed her income. So is reported by Wall Street Journal, which also reported that CZ was snitching on Justin Sun. So grain of salt here, but man, never a dull day on CT. So I just had to go there because it's relevant. Also makes a good clip for our intern, but I'm really curious here. I don't know. It looks like, man, Vitalik is really getting hammered on. Oh, wow. This is a real picture? Is this actually Vitalik? Is this actually? No, that's not Vitalik.
That's a real photo, but it's not Vitalik.
Oh, okay. Just making. Oh, you know it's a real photo, man, though.
I've seen that photo before. It's up on my wall.
Oh, my God. Anyways, all right. Moving on, Tyler. What else do you have for us?
Yeah, I mean, that was a few of the bigger ones for sure there.
That's the bigger one. Tiffany Fong may be impregnated by Elon Musk.
Well, just the Trump Monopoly and Launchlab. Trump Monopoly and Launchlab were two of the big stories. It was a quiet day, guys. It was a quiet day. And it's probably going to be quiet.
Right? Quiet day. A quiet day. One of our KOLs is, reportedly, getting asked by the richest man on earth to be a baby mama. By the way, shout out to Tiffany Fong. Whether I don't know if it's real or not, but she's cooking, man. She's fucking cooking. She's definitely cooking. Tyler,
you have to consider that proposal from Elon, I think.
I mean, yeah, bro, this is what he does. He literally did that with Ashley St. Clair. And she shared screenshots of, text with him.
Yeah, it's a longer conversation.
And he followed her, and then he followed her. I mean, tinfoil hat, right? Like you said, we should have like oh, on my roadcaster, I have the sound for the X-Files. I can't wait to be back to my roadcaster. Anyways, quickly, yeet.com. It's pinned on FOMO Hour. You have to join yeet.com using FOMO Hours code for sure. And you have on rafflebot.xyz, you have to put your username. Make sure you copy and paste it right. Blah, blah, blah. Anyways, all the rules are written, stated. We're going to post them every day. Okay, guys? 5 days a week, we'll post the rules. But the code today is YEET IT. YEETIT. YEET IT is the code today. We'll get to that in a little bit. Tyler, surely you have more. You said something about Kaido?
Yeah, I think this is perhaps a conversation a little overdue. I'll share the news, and then maybe we can have a little bit of a discussion. But the news here, they announced a change to Kaido Connect, where users, instead of assigning votes to projects that they want to see move up those leaderboards, now they will assign their YAPs and or staked Kaido tokens to projects instead of those votes. Now, what users will get in return is a boost to their mindshare percentage. So let's say Myriad is in the Kaido Connect program. Previously, I would just be assigning my votes to it. I'd get those votes back after a week, or if Myriad won. Now I have the option to effectively buy Kaido tokens. I could buy unlimited. I can assign all of those to Myriad, and then in return, any tweet I give about Myriad, I will be boosted on that mindshare board. So I can propel myself effectively to the top of protocol mindshare boards now, which if I know that you are doing a creator reward program, perhaps I will get some funding back or rewards back. So that's why I would potentially do that as a user. And we've seen some fairly substantial ones, right? So like Wayfinder just did their creator program. They targeted emerging yappers, so those with like less than 100 yaps or less than a certain number of smart followers. Some of those folks got 10,000 prompt tokens, $2,000 to $3,000 just for writing some tweets. And there's been a lot of protocols who have done that. I think the pushback. So I understand why Kaido is doing this. They're trying to find new ways to operationalize their business.
Yeah.
Get perhaps more buy pressure for their token, which has been on the decline. But the flip side is, are they just ruining their mindshare metrics with pay to play? Previously it's been kind of these like yap farms. It's like the same handful of accounts are getting up the leaderboard on a lot of these protocols. And I think most people on CT may not even know who they are. So it's been messy, right? I think there's been a fair amount of unintended consequences.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if you've seen this, and as a protocol founder, I think Myriad very well could be a protocol in contention to go on a Kaido program like this. What's your take? Do you feel like would you get the right coverage? Are you concerned about this, fake yapping?
I feel like I'm really torn because I like Kaido and I like you as a founder, and actually I'm down to cook with them. And I just I saw someone made a whole list the other day. I forgot who. Like someone posted an entire list of all the mindshare tokens that are. There's like 2 of them that seem legitimate to me. Like it looks like a bunch of mantras on there. So there's that, and then there's like Sofon is legit on there, right? For example, it's a homie of mine, Great L2, etc. There's that, and then there's the fake yapping. Is like, why would we, the foundation, give tokens to people who I know are just gonna literally just dump it the second they have it? And either way, like I feel like this is for people who don't believe that they have a good product or need that distribution. Like for me, like we own Rug Radio and Decrypt Media, and we have like we have this show and like we do so much shit, right? And then I have a whole referral program going out, and we're gonna be working with a bunch of creators. So I guess I don't need it as much. So I see why it's important for smaller projects, but from our perspective, I don't know. I'd rather keep the token allocation for like, I don't know, like these, for example. Just things transparently, right? Or like a bunch of like ICO Beast, for example. Stuff like that. Then just like people are gonna write posts about us that don't even use the product. Does that make sense?
It does, and I like Kaido. I think I've spoken
I love Kaido.
positively of Kaido on this show quite a bit. At the same time, I think I think they have good intentions with a lot of what they've been doing. I think there's been.
I think they are good intention builders. Everything they do is with good intentions.
But when there's capital, we see this in crypto all the time. Like when there's real capital on the line, people are going to game it, right? And now you've got these folks who are treating it like a full-time job. They are just going to write ChatGPT generated tweets about all these protocols because guess what? They can spend an hour a day and maybe get $500 a week, $1,000 a week. Like that's a great use of your time. I mean, that's a great hourly rate, right? Yeah. And so that's the incentives. And now it's kind of, it doesn't impact their broader mindshare board. So like there's like the CT mindshare, and like it's got like Vitalik at the top, like Mertz at the top. Yeah. But then at the protocol level, it gets messier. And I think their broader audience is conflating those two, and now just kind of calling into question like the merit of the entire product. And like, can you even trust their mindshare data now? Like, is it too gamed? So I've seen you who address that to a degree. I think it's going to continue to be an ongoing.
All these social incentives are always going to be game, bro. By the way, what happened to our quacks?
They're still coming, and we're on the top 10.
What do you mean they're still coming?
You and me are top 10 quacks. So we want to root for those quacks.
Okay, sure. But you know what it is though? Like, again, like social media hat on, like I've been doing social media for 15 years. Every single time there's like this incentive mechanism for doing social media, it's always going to be one, gamed, and two, end up being low signal because there's gonna be a lot of people. So Kaido for the first few people cooked. You, me, Ansem, whatever, who the fuck. Big airdrops, and then small. Friendtech for the big dogs. We all made a ton of money at first. Then kind of died off. Fantasy Top, same story. Like all these social incentive reward mechanism apps are always gonna be the same thing, and then they're gonna dilute it to zero, right? And I don't mean that Kaido's going to zero. It's not. But I'm saying is, unless they figure a different way, then it's gonna be really hard for them to maintain this, right?
Yeah. No.
So. That's just a story of social media, though. It's always the same shit. Everyone's a creator, right? Then if everyone's a creator, then nobody's a creator. And so this is what the iPhone did to photographers. Not, you still have the people that are better than others, and this is what internet did to podcasting. Everyone's a podcaster, right? Including us, right? So it's true. Anyone can pick up a fucking iPhone with the internet and become a podcaster or a vlogger now. No, but then you have the Kai Cenats, and then you have the million kids that trying to be him and won't work out. So. Same thing with Kaido and the Yappers. You'll have on some level influencers. You have people like Mando and you that create crazy minutes, and you have the people that are gonna try just for farming and just collect tokens and dump. So as a founder, like I'm not interested in those people, right? I'm interested in people that are actually gonna like build meaningful relationship with us that are gonna build for the future. But if I want to launch a quick RWA L1 based out of Dubai, and I intend on dumping my token 92.5%, damn right I'm gonna use Kaido and all these people, and then quickly raise the floor on my chain, raise more money from A16Z on these metrics, and then play the game. So there is that game.
Where it's still interesting is like when there's not incentives. So like looking at like who are the top 20 people talking about prediction markets right now, right? Because there's not a whole lot of incentives like public incentives out there to be doing so. Mm-hmm. So like finding that list, and then as you think about maybe doing some type of a marketing campaign, rollout campaign, say like, okay, you guys already established that you can lead mindshare in this topic. Let's talk about Myriad, or have you used Myriad, right? And that's an avenue. So
like someone's saying Farouk, no love for farmers. No, I love farmers, but I prefer the farmers that use my product, not the farmers that talk about my product. So I'll reward the people who walk the walk rather than people who yap the yap. Anyways. We have 10 minutes left. Shall we get into it, or did we have something quickly to cover? I think
we're rebounding a bit. I think that's it. So
let's go. We're about to Easter pump, boys. Easter pump. There's not going to be a show on Friday for everyone, but we are hosting a show on Monday. But Friday is off here in Portugal. Thank you for understanding. Though they took the whole fucking week off here. But let's do this raffle. All right, lamb chop. Let's do some lamb chop. Of course I use Myriad. I use Myriad every day, motherfuckers. Hey! Let me unshare here because maybe they can't hear. Dripping D's. Dripping DS. Dripping D's. Dripping DS. Are you here? Are you here? Is he here? They have to be live, right? We did say that, Sims, yesterday.
We
That's
did
the
say
whole
they have to be
purpose.
live, yeah.
The
Just
whole
saying.
purpose of this is if you're not live, we're re-rolling because we're
It's
trying
like
to
going re-roll.
I mean, they're not wrong. He's not here, and the whole purpose is to gain users, listeners. We're not going to give money away every day if you're not listening. So
we doubled down on the rules this morning, so people should have seen it.
Yep, re-roll. That's
It's
the
a
rules.
re-roll.
The rules. The rules are the rules. Re-roll. Let me add you on stage again, Sims. Go for it.
Diego.
Pick Diego. I love that. Oh, that was almost D6. That was a weird. That's crazy. TRLN. NOKK. All right. NOKKTRLNN.
What's that profile picture again? What's that NFT?
I keep call Beast.
Oh man.
I'm so good at this shit, bro. I know every single NFT collection from last cycle. Okay, so the Dripping D's is actually DMing me saying that he's here.
Wow.
So Knock guy is
here.
here. So he wasn't here, bro. They're saying he was in on Rec Discord. The Knock guy just won. So we can discuss after the show whether or not we want to give him tomorrow's roll. But for now, we have to go to Knock because that's just the rules, and we re-rolled, and he wants. We don't want to take it away from him. Anyways, what up, Knock? Can you hear us?
What up? What up?
Yeah, let's go! Congratulations. You've already won.
Me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. I just dropped the kid off at school, so I'm just parked on the side of the road.
All right.
You can't hear me very well.
All right. Make sure you're parked. Question: can you see us?
You
don't have to.
Possibly in just a minute. No, I can't. It'll be a second.
Okay. So we should do lamb chop like yesterday. We're giving him 500, and he gets 2 rolls at 250.
Or Tyler chooses what to do on Risky Click.
Or Tyler chooses what's on Risky Click. Let's try Risky Click today. Let's try a different game. Today.
So how this game works is you just choose something. You should maybe do it like $1 just to show how to play it.
Okay, so we'll do it for us with $1. Yeah. So
just press X on that.
Best way to explain it to Farouk is it's a football hacker. So you basically your bet will keep going up and it'll roll over the more that you click.
So and it's something in Web3, right? So it's buy Lambo.
So let's say I'll do like take your salary in Bitcoin with $1.
You get a 2x if that happens, right? That's a 2x.
Let's do 27 cents. So because it's
to play. All right, so we're trying that. Oh, you lost. But it's an accumulator that way, right? So
you pick a different tile.
Yeah.
I see. I like this. All right. Well, Knock, are you with us?
Still am.
Okay. Can you see us now?
I can't quite see you. I could probably get on the FOMO hour.
I think if he's on audio,
way to do it. If you can't see, tell him to pick a number between 1 and 9.
Oh, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The higher the number, the more risky it is.
Yeah, the higher the number, the risky.
All right. So the way we're gonna do this is you're gonna pick a number between 1 and 9. The higher the number, the riskier your multiplier. Did you get us?
I do. I get that.
Perfect. So we're gonna you already banked. Just so you know, you already pocketed $500. So congrats, you already have $500 that you for sure won in USDT, and you're gonna have two $250 runs. All right. So let's see. It's up to you to decide when you want to stop and how much you want to risk. But just so you know, you've already made $500 taking a kid to school. So that's awesome. All right. So pick a number. Pick a number from 1 to 9.
Let's go 6.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So start a short quiz. That's a 2x. Let's see. You got rocked. You got rocked. All right.
Low.
Well, don't worry because like I said, you've already made $500 and you do have another run at $250. So pick a number between 1 and 9.
Let's run it again. 6 again, please.
Oh, hey,
All right, you're aping. A pump fund
Pump
token.
fund
Let's
token.
see. No!
Oh,
Oh well.
That was a rough board because even 1 and
That
2
was
did him in.
rough.
That's
That
a
was-
rough board.
Oh yeah,
That was
wow,
a
look at
rough
that.
board. Wow. That was a tough one. Listen, hey Nog, that was a lot of fun, brother. Thank you for coming. Congratulations, though. You still made $500. So we're gonna send you the $500 this week. All right.
We want to bring up the other guy then. Should we have a,
thank you so much.
should we bring up the rec guy who was maybe
So what? Then you're not gonna run it tomorrow?
No, we can
I'm
run it
not here
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
This is an extra person.
Oh, I mean, listen, you're the one funding it. So,
Yeah, let's do
all
it.
right.
Why not? We
Well,
got
fuck it, let's
unlucky.
go. All right. Well,
Who was that?
That
it was
is
just a
some
question.
serious rec guy privilege right there.
All right.
Yeah,
Hey, listen,
well.
you know, the difference is that we have the boss on the show, you know? So
His
if he
name
wants-
is Dripping DS.
he's here dripping these nuts. I see him. And man, he's
God.
Oh my god. Oh, shit.
I mean, bro, listen, he's got Rug Radio Red Guy in his bio. We got listen. That was Mando's executive call. He wants to give him the $1,000. I'm in for it. What up, Dripping D's? Can you hear us?
No.
He's here. He's on stage. Fuck. He's here. He's on stage.
So
I mean, we can play for him.
Give him the 1, 2, 3 strat.
What do you
he
mean?
can't even say anything.
I mean, he's
I'll say
on stage.
it for him. Do 1, then
Oh,
roll to 2.
I
then
hear
roll
him.
to
I
two.
hear him.
Is it
Hold
there?
on. All right, Dripping D's. Congratulations.
What
You
up?
win.
What up? I had it on mute. My bad.
You're good. So you already made $500, but now you get 2 picks at 250. So pick a number from 1 to 9, 9 being the riskiest.
Let's go in the middle. 4. Let's go. 4 is close enough.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Bridge to an L2.
This should be easy.
Yeah! Cool. All right.
Hey.
So you've already 1.5x the 250. Pick a number. I mean, you can cash out $375, or you can pick another number from 1 to 9.
Let's go 7.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2.5x.
Oh, that's
Go to
gonna
the
be
peg group. So I never understood this game until now. I love it.
yeah.
Wowza. That's a big one.
That's money.
You're up to $937. You can cash it out or keep going.
I'm gonna buy some Epic. I'll cash out.
Hey,
All right, so
good choice.
boom. So that's $937 for you on
Nice
top
win.
of the on top of the 500, and you also
gets
get
another
another.
Yeah,
He gets another go. So pick a number again between 1 and 9. You get another go.
Gotta go max TJ.
Let's go number 3.
Number 3. Okay. I see that. I see how he's going this time. I see he's gonna take it slowly.
Wow.
Woo! Damn, this motherfucker's good. All right, so you're up to 350. Do you want to go again? 1 to 9.
Let's go 4 again.
4 again. Let's go.
Yeah, put it on screenshot.
Shit. Uh-oh. We've seen a few of those in
Oh
the chat.
no.
We've seen a few of those in the chat.
Oh!
Okay,
Fire.
so you're at $524. You want to go again? 1 to 9.
That's plus 100, right? Or no?
Well, you've already made $1,500 that's in your pocket, right? So you've already secured like $1,450, something like that. That's what you secured. Now the second run, you're already at $524.
So you can either cash the 524 or gamble
Gotta
it for
keep
more.
going, brother. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
The
No,
lower
it's
numbers, the
It's
lower
grand.
numbers are safer.
Let's go 3. Let's go 3.
No, you already
done
went 3. 3 and 4, you already went.
All right, 2.
All right, not a bad
6
choice.
me.
Let's see. I don't know, guys.
76%
I think he should have picked like fucking 8. Let's see. My call is 8 is the one. Let's see. I'm picking it. Oh,
That's
yeah.
unlucky as shit.
Oh, 7 would have hit. 6 and 7.
6
Oh,
and 7.
man.
Look, it's okay because you've still made quite a lot of money. He made $1,400 something. Let's call it $1,500. And our last winner made what? Oh, he got rugged on both, so he made $500. So we've given away another $2,000, guys. So that's 2 days of running Eat. and you've already given away $4,500. The boys will run their giveaway tomorrow. I won't be here. Actually, we on the show Friday, so it's good that we reran, Mando. What I was saying. Smart choice here. Smart choice. The boys will be here. I won't be here. And Friday, no show, y'all. So personally, I will see y'all Monday, but the boys will see y'all tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.